Hi everyone. So it feels like it's been a really long time since I made a video, and I guess that's because it is. Hi everyone. So it feels like it's been a really long time since I made a video, and I guess that's because it is. We haven't been on a trip in a little while. Probably the last one we were on would have been back in October. So it's January now, almost February. As you can see, here in Northern Ontario, there is snow on the ground. Nowhere near as much snow as we usually have at this time of year. But we're not big fans of the cold and the snow. So we have another trip planned, and we're very excited about this one. This will be the longest trip we've ever taken, probably just over 2 months. And we're gonna be leaving right near the end of February. So it's coming up pretty quick. We're getting pretty excited. I'll tell you a little bit more today about what our plans are, where we're going, and also looking for your opinions if there's somewhere you think we should be headed on our travels. As you can see, the escape is covered up at the moment. We put a tarp over it for the winter. We weren't sure how much snow we were going to get. As I mentioned, we usually get a lot more snow than this in the winter, but we've been pretty lucky so far. Dave has been clearing the snow off the top though as well. We want to make sure that we're in a position we can easily tote out of here when we're ready to go. As you can see here, we've been keeping a path clear out of the driveway so that the trailer is easy to pull out. We've used a mix of bungee cords and ropes to hold the tarp down. And you might be wondering what some of these weird things are hanging off the tarp. Those are actually just large weights to hold down the tarp. We've also secured it to the frame. And of course, there's some rags on the ropes. We just didn't want it rubbing against the side of the trailer. This will be our first time leaving Northern Ontario with our trailer in the middle of the winter. So we're not quite sure how all of it's going to go. There is a lot of salt on the roads. It can be a pretty messy time of year here, very snowy time. So we're likely going to try to get as far south as possible in the first couple days, just to get out of the snow, probably clean up the trailer after that, and then take our time on the rest of the way through our trip. It's going to be a little strange packing up the trailer in the winter, but I think we have a pretty good sense for what we need based on our previous trips. So we're going to start doing that in the next few days. I think we'll start by laying everything out in the basement first, making sure that we have all of the supplies that we need without overpacking things. We are trying to keep the weight as low as possible. So let me tell you a little bit more about where we're going to be going and what our plans are. So this is a really rough map of our trip, just to give you an idea of the area that we're going to cover. But we don't have a lot of very specific plans. We're just going to start by focusing on getting away from the snow. And we're thinking by the time we get to the Tennessee area, we should be out of the snow. After that, we don't actually have reservations for probably a couple weeks. So we're just gonna see where the road takes us. Eventually, when we get down to the Alabama and Florida area, we do have a series of reservations, which I'll walk you through now. So the first place we made reservations was the Gulf Shores Pensacola West KOA in Alabama. And this was because we know by the time we get here, it's going to be warm. We can be pretty confident we're going to have nice weather. This place seemed pretty good. It has a pool, it has a hot tub, lots of amenities, and it's probably going to be kind of our first official longer stop. We're staying here for about 11 days. After this, we're staying for a couple nights at a Sun Outdoors in Panama City. And this is as we work our way east into Florida. Next is our favorite campground that we discovered last year. This one is Holiday Campground, and it's on the Florida Panhandle. We're really looking forward to this one. We're staying for about 9 or 10 nights, and this is where we met a lot of great people last year, and they're also going to be down there this year at the same time as us. So we can't wait to see all of the new friends we made last year. After this, we are going to spend a night at a Harvest Host on our way down south. Ultimately, our final destination here is Key West. So on our way down, we're going to stay at this place called River Ventures, where we're hoping to see some manatees. Then we're going to stay at a state park for a few nights. And then finally, we're going to work our way down to Key West, and we're going to stay at a KOA there. So after Key West, we don't really have anything else planned. We're just going to slowly start working our way back up north, and we'll see where the road takes us. So if you have any recommendations for where we should stay in Georgia or South Carolina or North Carolina, let us know. We'd love some advice. So of course, with the trip coming up so quickly, we're starting to get really excited, and we've started to pack things up and organize things. So here's a little bit of a look at the garage and the basement where we're starting to organize things for our trip. So here in the garage, we've actually dedicated some shelf space to all things trailer related that we'll probably need to pack up. There's not a lot, but a few things we want to make sure we have organized and ready to go. Got our table and our solar panels. And we've got a new bike rack as well, so we might try bringing the bikes along with us this year. So down in our basement, we also have some shelves that we use specifically for the trailer storage. We've got our jackery here, some blankets, appliances, pillows, all the stuff that we took out of the trailer for the winter. And very exciting, we have also bought some blow-up paddle boards. So we're going to be taking these down and hopefully enjoying them out on the water down in the southern US. So these paddle boards also came with these cool backpacks. And you can roll up the paddle board, and it rolls up pretty small. And this backpack fits the paddle, the pump, the paddle board itself, and all of the supplies that you might need, and you can load that right onto your back. It's not too heavy, so looking forward to having that. Maybe go for a hike, bring the paddle boards with us, and then we can use that. Oh, and there's Hudson coming to check things out. I think he's ready to go on his trip as well. And I think he's really gonna like the paddle boards also. Right, Hudson? You ready to go paddleboarding? Yes, you are, eh? So stay tuned. Lots of cool new adventures coming very soon. Hope you follow us along. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button. Or even better, subscribe to our channel. It really does help us reach a wider audience. And don't forget to come back tomorrow to see where we go next.